It is Turtle Soup, Turtle Toy Talk News.
Yes.
Live.
Goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome.
Things have been morphing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of morphing going on.
Indeed.
And my man Eric's going to walk me through what I found to be a confusing array of images I saw on Facebook and elsewhere this week. I didn't know what that was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, well, I know one thing's going to happen. Eric's going to walk my baby self through this.
Oh, I am.
I'm going to watch my baby head, and then we're going to get there.
There you go.
So,
definitely.
Without further ado, let's do this.
Let's do this. So, all right, let me see if I can get the TV turned on real quick because there is a lot of images that I have to show you.
You got to warm up sometimes.
Yeah, we got to warm them up.
Sometimes,
it's a delicate process, and here at Turtle Soup, it's nothing but the best and highest production values that our patrons' money can provide. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So,
yes.
All right, so I found the television. I got it turned on. So here we go. Prepare your eyes because these are some beautiful looking figures in my opinion. So here we go. Check that out. So,
oh man,
yeah,
I feel Henshin coming on.
And do you feel a group mutation? Because I do.
Right. I feel a group mutation coming on.
So, yeah. A couple of days ago. Like basically all this week they've been Hasbro has been letting these teases come out, and I forget which ones came out first. If I'm not mistaken, it was this one. And for the podcast listeners, I should say, Hasbro is the toy company that has been making Marvel Legends that just recently got the Power Rangers license about a year or so ago, and they're still making Power Rangers, and they decided to go ahead and make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers figures, like the combined, basically the Boom Studios version of what these characters look like morphed. And Ryan, I am so excited about this. Like I'm practically salivating right now.
Ooh.
Again, for those who don't know, the comic book company Boom Studios, they make Power Rangers, and that comic book and all of the comic books in that universe that have been coming out the last 5 years or something like that have been amazing. Like I've enjoyed the hell out of them, and I even got Farmer Greg on it, and it's really hard to get him to like things. And so, and I've enjoyed the hell out of them. So then when I saw that they were doing a mashup with TMNT, which the Power Rangers have been doing, they've had a few one-offs with things and stuff like that. And so have the Turtles. The IDW Turtles have been with the Ghostbusters, and they've done like a whole bunch of other stuff with different properties that IDW has, like Transformers and whatnot. But this one's a little different. I think Boom is the main one behind it, if I'm not mistaken, or at least with this, the toys that are coming out. And Hasbro definitely is the licensee that's making these. And first off, I want to start with talking about the artwork because I follow the artist on Instagram, and if you want to see some really neat art that is like, I don't know, it's consistently like, it's a stylized art if you haven't seen it, but as those watching can probably tell, it's got a look to it. But this person is just like, he does all of their Power Ranger stuff, and I believe they go by @strongstuff on Instagram, and their name is Tom Whalen. So give them a follow on the social webs and all that, because their stuff is great and I love it. And I actually keep all of my Power Rangers boxes because on the sides, as you can see here, where you have Morphed Donatello and Morphed Leonardo, which is the first 2-pack they revealed, if I'm not mistaken, that you have Donatello in the Black Ranger, Mighty Morphin Ranger, Power Rangers like style outfit. And then you have Leonardo in the Blue Ranger outfit. And they're on the sides of the box, and so the artwork continues onto the they're on the front of the box, and then they continues on the side, so you can display it so it looks like, especially with the single packed figures, it looks just like a row of I don't know, just like a lineup. And I don't know, to me that's really neat when the design gets adapted into that part of the collection, and I'm a big fan of that, and I'm a big fan of this artwork. So there you go. But these things I haven't read. I don't think you've read it either, right? The mashup, like the comedy, like the Power Rangers Turtles team up.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so I I haven't read it yet because I've been saving it because like we were talking about earlier in the episode that I'm like
sitting on that,
just
letting that one build up.
Exactly, and because I want to like once I get it, I'm not gonna want to stop. And because like two of my favorite things, you know, and because that Turtles comic, if you haven't been reading it, it's legit as well. So, but these figures just look so fantastic, and they got, I believe they're all coming out around April of next year, and they've got, we're gonna go through them all, but like this one is still the blue and the black Ranger, which is Leo and Donnie, and here we got them with like some of their accessories, which is pretty neat, and I have a little bit of anxiety because I know Donatello is not a purple Power Ranger. Like, is that affecting you in any way? Like, or are you just like,
I was gonna say that I would have preferred Raph be the black one, even though I know that there is a red one because I need some of that adventurous black suit Raph in my life.
Yeah.
But everybody else kind of has their color. I guess except for Mikey, there's no Orange Ranger.
For Mighty Morphin, no. But
well,
but
I mean,
yeah,
that's obviously what I was referring to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the whole thing when you get into Power Rangers. It's like there's a whole litany of them. But yeah, that's the thing that's bothering me. But at the same time, I think the only thing besides his weapon, really, as far as I can tell, that's like identifying him as Donatello is probably his weapon, because I don't think his morpher has their initial on them at all. So you could pretty much pretend that this is Raphael. But
it looks like a D on there, but maybe we need to see another picture.
Yeah, I don't know that I have any. Oh wait, yeah, I do. I have one. Yeah. So before we get to that, they come with their weapons. Donatello has like a bow staff that has the axe from the Black Ranger, and Leo has like some. The Blue Ranger had a staff, but they also have depicted him with like shorter. They could break apart, like almost like Psy, but not really. So Leo's got that. But then the thing that's pretty neat, in my opinion, they come with unmasked heads, and so you have Donatello with some goggles on his head, which, out of all the things that I think Platinum Dunes did for Turtles, I think giving Donatello the goggles, I'm okay with that. Like, I enjoy that.
I like that. I like that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, and these, I don't know. I think Donatello's head sculpt so far is the best one that we've seen. Then here's one with Leo. This is okay. Now
that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad by any means. Now these are generally $20, $25 figures a piece, but they're going to be sold in a 2-pack. So your the quality is going to be that of like a regular Marvel Legends or a regular Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure. So there's quality, but also not the most paint detail. However, what's there is pretty good.
The paint seems kind of stripped down. But I'm not mad at the app at all. I hope they look that clean in box.
I do too. Yeah. And so the thing I love about it though is that I'm going to go back for a second. Well, actually no, I'm going to go to Raph and Casey. Look at the eyes on Raphael. They're red, and I love that. And the helmet, it's that something about that. Yeah, something about that just like totally gets it for me. But this is I said Casey, I meant Foot Soldier Tommy. Now, yes. I don't know too much about the storyline here. All I know is that there's a Foot Soldier, and it comes with a Tommy head, and as in Tommy Oliver, the green and white, and eventually a black and 2 red Rangers. Yeah, he's been a lot of Rangers. But this Foot Soldier, Ryan, what do you think about this look for the Foot Soldier? Because like I don't recall seeing them in the comics from the covers and stuff, but I'm digging this look.
They look a little bit more like they're actually disciples of Shredder, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah,
like with the outfit. I think it looks good. Do you have another image?
I do. So yeah, there's one of them.
Yeah, it helps me a lot.
Yeah, more in action with their weapons.
You know, I don't mind the look. So what I'll say is like this is where a bit of like your lack of premium paint app I think hurts this treatment.
Right.
Because this is the classic like what you expect to see at hand.
Yeah.
Like you and I give them credit. I give them credit for doing these. And, being like, yeah, this is like close to production. So like, this is what you're going to get. Because normally they would pin wash this guy and you'd be like, oh, badass. And there'd be extra colors and you get him in hand and be like, oh, that's what you get. And you'd be like, well, that's just literally disappointment. That's something that makes you literally like, no, sir. Like when you see it in real life. Here, I think they're being honest. However, the uniform gray without any kind of wash detail, especially on the like the waistcloth section.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe the lighting's just not favorable to this figure. Although, you know, that's a professional doing that and they have all day to make that happen. Yeah, see here.
Yeah.
You know, I like the head sculpt and paint app is great. I do love the like energy effects on the weapons, the acrylic there. It's beautiful. You know, but like you have a lot of smooth detail versus say like the turtle. This is a great example versus Raph, where the muscle detail and the way the suit fits automatically create shadows. You see it in the knees. You see it in like the biceps, right? And we talked about this before, you know, where I have a lot more background in like miniature painting, and stuff like that. We talked about how like sometimes with when you're doing like little like, you know, heroic scale miniatures, which are you know up to 2 inches tall, how you need to add wash and everything to create shadow because they're not big enough to create the shadow itself.
Right.
1/12 scale figures are big enough to create some shadows, but the sculpt's got to be right? You don't need to wash everything.
Right.
This is a prime example. So this paint app on Raph, I think looks great. Because the way it's sculpted, he has detail. But if you go back really fast, go back to Tommy,
to Tommy,
your boy Tommy.
Let's see here.
It's just Thomas now. Yeah, your boy Thomas over here. Yeah. See how like the legs, for example, like you don't have any sculpted muscle detail, and without wash or any kind of detail, it just goes kind of blah. Chest cavities the same, chest area, the buck's the same way, really up top. The uniform purple draping. If you go back one more image to the box art, I'm making you do Olympics.
No, you're fine.
See how
you're fine.
You see how that image of Tommy by your boy, like you know. How that looks great because that purple has that depth and shading in it, right? And everything like that. And then let's go to the picture of your boy Thomas in real life. What you get is the uniformity on that top piece is so large that I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that look. But I am a fan if you're willing to work on him.
Right.
I think you could do a lot with this guy. With honestly just some like pin washes. Just get yourself that Tamiya black panel liner and start playing with them. I think you could do some really cool stuff here. But I'm not a big fan of him just in hand. Just like this.
Yeah, he does look pretty vanilla. However, the design of the actual like foot soldier like outfit, I like the design, like the look of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, so going back to that art, and you don't have to go back there.
No,
but going back to the art, like the art looks awesome. Like the art, like the design sells me. You walk in to see, here we go. Because in the art there, you see that while, and this is a classic miniature technique for painting black, is you don't paint it black.
Right.
So what you see here is black is only in the absolute shadows. That's where you get true black. And you realize that actually it's gray. And most times you see something black, it's gray.
Yeah.
In real life. So that you sell me on that, and I love that. Like I really love that design.
Right.
Transfer to the figure question mark. Like don't know what could help it. Not an action figure scientist.
Right.
But I would lean into sculpting choice.
Yeah.
Like, and the smooth legs don't help him, right? Those thighs don't help him.
They don't.
The smooth buck doesn't help him versus the turtles, right? Like,
that's true.
Those things don't help.
Now, I will say, I believe that he was probably a cost-saving maneuver for them, for Hasbro, because there's a lot of new tooling for the turtles.
Sure.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, they could probably, now I'm not gonna, don't quote me on this, they might be able to use the same arms and legs, possibly, but I can't really tell because I don't have them in hand, so I can't tell how big they look. Like they might be bigger than normal, but there's some parts reuse that might be used or applicable, which is par for the course for all toy manufacturers, or most of them. But But I will say that with Tommy, you know, or they needed to find something, and they probably just used a regular buck that they had, and a lot of him is just parts reuse. So with the mask on, which I'm generally a masked fan, like I want that character. I don't really care. I get that people like the unmasked versions, and that's cool. We're up. But like I'm usually like I want them with their mask on, and I think the masked part with the foot soldier is great. And you were talking about getting the Tamiya stuff and like the Gundam markers or whatever. I feel like if you went over the wraps, even if you just went over the waistband wrap, the forearms, and then the shin guards, that would make that figure pop like crazy. And that's a real easy thing to do.
Oh yeah, no, the Tamiya enamel panel liner. Once you realize that, like, hey guys, we're working with oil, it's okay, we can wipe it off. Like once you get to that level of like white spirits, it's gone.
Right.
Once you get there, because at first you're like enamel, you're like oil paint, you start going, oh my god.
Right.
But it's actually super forgiving and it just slides in. I agree on the waistcloth, 100%. The wrap's huge. Go to that image of him alone again. This is what I'm talking about. I know we're doing a bit of a painting breakdown here.
Hey.
Okay, but right here, right now, there was another image. The one with him and Raph, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. This is riveting if you're listening to the podcast.
I know,
okay,
right?
This is beautiful. Okay, top of the leg wrap. You see the color separation between the purple and gray? Need a line of wash in there. We need a panel line right there.
Yeah.
That is the difference, right? The color separation, just like you see in comics, right? We use inking and we use ink lines and black lines to create separation, right? And that's where you need it. You literally drop that because that angle there is very unflattering on your boy Thomas. Like on the paint app, that's a bad angle,
right?
Because you see right down on top of it. Now, does Raphael have panel lining in between his boots and legs? No. Is the sculpt helping? Yes. Right? Like you see that you don't need it there. It'd be great there.
It would be.
It'd be awesome there. But your boy Thomas is not sculpted right to do those things.
Right.
And that's no knock on the artist that made him. I mean, I can't make him. I can't make an action figure. I'm good.
Right.
Obviously, the detail. See, what I want to point out there really fast, and I'll let you carry on. Is the detail, the sculpting is there for a panel line wash. It's there.
Absolutely.
They didn't just like smooth it and go, well, fuck, I don't care. Like they put the detail in.
Yeah.
But on this figure in particular, you're gonna need to like make that. You're gonna need to do that yourself. Because it's not on here. I think it would really help a ton.
Right.
With the look, and I totally agree. Just easy separation would be huge on this guy. Well, and it would not be hard with the enamel. Black wash.
Right. And if you decide to do that, because some of the Power Rangers figures, like especially the monsters that have come out, they've needed a little bit of extra work. And if you want to get some like one-on-one advice with Ryan, just email us to the show, turtlesoupshow@gmail.com, and he'll point you in the right direction.
If I get enough people asking about that, like we can always do like a short segment, like in lieu of like news or something, like on one of the episodes. I'll talk about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if you get enough people, and if not, we just do a video on it. Actually,
that's what I was just about to say. I was like, if we get enough people wanting to see that, like we can get the an extra set and have you do that. That would be legit.
We'll do it. I've got a ton of the 2012 Turtles like in box that I've wanted to panel line for a long time. I just never got down to it.
So I did.
So if we get a lot of that, we would do that.
Right. I did mine, but I did it in a very like uninformed way. I forget what pins I was using, but I did go to the art store and get them. But but it was just. It was a learning process for me, and so but I did the wash and I did the panel lining and stuff, and it transforms those figures. The 2012 Turtles figures are fantastic. So and especially for that kind of stuff. But with Tommy, I definitely think that he was a little bit of a cost saving procedure, and then likewise moving on, they bring us a lot of reuse figure. We got the Pink Ranger again, in the form of morphed April O'Neil, and we get morphed Michelangelo as the saber-toothed tiger Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Now,
of course.
there's something about Mikey and being yellow and like that I
course.
love because it's
we've talked about this. You and I both have a crush on like when Mikey's depicted as yellow over orange, and it looks great here.
Yeah, and he just like I don't know that this one made me so happy, and I can't really put my finger on it, but he looks great. And the Pink Ranger is great too, and I have at least one of the Pink Rangers from the first time they put her out, but
but they basically sold you another Pink Ranger,
Pink Ranger, right? Indeed.
And you can't be mad at them. They give you the April head. No. It's fine.
No, they go a little bit extra. So not only do you get an April head, you get here. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. You get a microphone as well as a television camera. So that's not a gun.
According person TV camera.
Right. Yes. So, but now this April O'Neil head, Ryan, what do you think about this? Because I think it looks there's detail there, and it doesn't look bad, but I don't really remember how she looks in the comic, at least this version.
Okay, and I'm ignorant to that. That looks like if April was your friend's cool mom. That's just gonna be my just right off the dome take.
Right.
It looks like, oh, thanks, Miss O'Neil, you're the best. Like, and she's like, if you're gonna smoke weed, do it with me, so I know you're safe. And you're like, man, Miss O'Neil, you're the shit. Like that's what she looks like. To me,
totally is.
But once again, I don't know how faithful that is to the comic. And so I'll reserve judgment there. Right. I do like the inclusion of the camera and microphone. Definitely sets her in place.
Oh, it totally does.
And once again, good job on the miniature. Unfortunately, the kind of fuchsia pink they use, that's a hard color for the sculpting to create lines on. That's just a naturally hard color. Yellow's also. So this is kind of the our sculpt doesn't save us from not having panel lining or any kind of wash on this.
Right.
2-pack. Right. Because yellow doesn't help either. Yellow is like one of the worst colors for making natural shadows. Because you just use yellow and white are so close on the spectrum as far as like heat goes, as far as like the frequency of light goes. So you want some separation there, but I love seeing Mikey in yellow. I know it's a style guide thing. I know they can't help it, but if they would have made Mikey's bandana yellow just to lean in, I'd been like,
Oh, you mean on his unmasked face?
On his head, his unmasked head.
I would have loved that.
Yellow in that.
But
it still looks great though.
It does.
I mean, it still looks great.
It does. But yeah, Mikey's got the Yellow Rangers daggers, but they're tethered with chains to be his nunchuck. So that's kind of neat. I have the inclination almost always that anytime there's a plastic chained weapon, I generally want to make it a metal chain, like just
metal chain weapon.
Customize it, and one of the easiest ways to do that real quick, you just take the one link that's there, Dremel a hole in it real quick, then put a go buy a regular chain from wherever, like the craft store, and then tether it to that both ends, and then there you go. Now, if you want to make it posable, you can get one of the thin wires or like the twisty ties that are that come with a lot of action figures, or at least used to, and you could tether that through some of the links in the chain, and then there you go. You got a posable nunchuck chain.
There's a method that we use in miniature stuff to mold chain, where you effectively use super glue, and then you to form the chain, and then you spray it with the accelerator. So it dries really fast, and then you use acetone to clean most of it off. And because it's more hard with the accelerator, the only stuff that doesn't come off is what's between the links.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't look all super gluey and nasty,
right?
But it looks like it's frozen like that.
Oh, that's neat.
It's the only glue that survived was in between the links itself, and the rest you wiped off. So it looks clean and shiny, but it's stuck there, and it's completely like empty.
Yeah, like
basically
posed.
There's nothing inside. But putting the little twist tie in there's actually also a really good idea.
Yeah,
sure.
I've done it on a few Turtles. I think for my 2012 Nickelodeon figures, I did that with my Michelangelo. But yeah, again, parts were used for basically a new Pink Ranger, which I'm excited about because my Pink MMPR Ranger, she had like a paint splotch on her helmet, so I'll probably just like switch the helmets out for this. But yeah,
And something happened and she got sticky. Eric doesn't know how it happened.
I don't know how it happened. I don't know. I just walked in one day and there it was. But
yeah.
Real quick in the chat, we got Noah saying that these are pretty cool. Not even a Power Ranger fan, but I would definitely buy one of those Leos. And so there you go.
It's a vote of confidence right there. You know what I'm saying? You get your 2-pack.
Exactly.
Get your 2-pack. You know what I'm saying? Get your Donnie too.
That's what I think Hasbro is really banking on with this. Not that this was like a huge stretch for, or like a thing that they're sweating by any means, but knowing that you have two huge fan bases that are, we even talked about this last episode because we saw the year of the Turtle where they had the run with the mock Power Rangers, and yeah, that but those two fandoms like are pretty strong, and they're definitely gonna buy these. Yeah. And I know I am, but
I can say that April, honestly, I'll be honest, the Pink Ranger April is kind of worth it. I don't know if she was previously issued just the regular Pink Ranger.
She was.
But the acrylic.
Sorry.
Well, back up.
I backed up. There you go.
So what I'm saying is I don't know if originally it was issued with the acrylic arrow effects. But that is badass. And if your Pink Ranger does not have that, then that's worth picking up.
Right.
That's awesome.
So for those who aren't aware, all the Lightning Collection figures and a lot of the new Marvel Legends stuff come with like some acrylic things in the form of like just effects. So yeah, I believe the original release did come with her
come with it
effect. If she didn't, then the Ranger Slayer, which is a different version of the Pink Ranger, she did, and I know that, let me back up here a little bit. So on Tommy, the thing that's around his sword, the lightning effect, if I'm not mistaken, it's a little bit more gummier than what it looks like, which is unfortunate, but it still looks cool, but it's not like super hard acrylic, but it's better than nothing, in my opinion. But you know, and then speaking with all the about all the paint washes and stuff like that, Adam Winters in the chat talks about checking out Zelu 1984, and we've talked about them before.
Oh my God.
And they, if you're not following them on Instagram,
Zelu is insane.
Man. Yeah, you need to follow them because they, like, not only can they can
I can't
do,
even.
Like, they can do the simple stuff
like we
were talking about, but they'll also take figures and completely transform them into a way better figure that you would have loved to have got, but we unfortunately are left.
He had a Black Widow. He got a hold of. It might have been the Black Suit. He got a hold of a Black Widow that was like the face is just actually awful. And when he got done with it, or they, I don't know who they are. When they got done with it, it was Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, I can't. Like, you got me, bud. But yeah. Zelu 1984 is worth your time.
Definitely,
on Instagram all day long.
And,
yeah. And if you want advice from a bad artist, just come to me.
Yeah, that's what you do. They come to us.
I mean, you put the oil wash in the crease. You did it wrong.
You did it wrong.
That's basically what you're me. You know what I'm saying?
But Adam.
But yeah, I love the acrylic effects. I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to touch on something because this registered with me. It was like I couldn't put my finger on it, and then Adam comes in with the clutch info. He's saying that the maskless head of April gives him the Meredith from The Office vibes, as well as and now I can't think of her name, but the mom off of Home Alone. Why can't I think of her name, Ryan? I should know her name.
Oh yeah.
Like she was in Schitt's Creek, Beetlejuice, and I'm gonna hate
she's like
myself.
the best. She was in
she's amazing.
She's in for your consideration.
Preston's gonna hate us for this. Father Preston's gonna just like.
I mean, I hate myself right now.
Oh yeah,
I hate myself for not
but
remembering
nevertheless,
her name now.
Nevertheless, Adam, thank you for that. Because
Catherine,
is that right? Oh, that sounds right. But yeah, yeah.
Are we gonna mic, man?
I know.
From the mic.
I know.
On it.
This is the joy of live podcasting. So, but yeah, you're right. Like O'Hara. Nope, that's not it.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah, that was it.
Alicia, my wife, came in with a clutch. Catherine O'Hara. That's who it is.
That's who it is. And so yeah, but no,
Why? I was so far away. I had the Catherine part, but the O'Hara, I would have sat there for like 20 years before I figured that out. Now my camera's unfocused.
Oh, thank you, Farmer Greg.
If you want to know how I feel, if you want to know how I feel right now, look how unfocused my camera is.
Right.
That's how crunchy I feel right now. Oh, it came back.
Well, thank you, Farmer Greg, for also chiming in with Catherine O'Hara. But yeah, no, Adam, you're absolutely right. Like that is the same vibes I'm getting from that too, and I couldn't articulate it yet, but yeah, no, thank you for that. But
Kevin,
Kevin,
but for some, like I said, she doesn't mind if y'all smoke, but she'd rather you do it at her house.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, everyone needs a mom like that. That's awesome.
The best.
I mean, you gotta be a little worried if that is your mom. Because that splits two ways. Where she's cool.
Double-edged sword.
This one's another way where she's really irresponsible.
Yes.
You gotta watch out for that.
Exactly.
But like, yeah, she's cool. But yeah, there's something about the face, and once again, I have no idea how she's depicted in the comic, and if that's how it might be a perfect likeness. I have no idea.
Well, speaking about, I don't even know about perfect likenesses, but this next likeness, Ryan, and this is a reveal that happened today, right before we started the podcast. We got your boy Shredder as the Green Ranger, and
interesting.
I'm a fan. I gotta say, because I'm a sucker. Actually, I should probably say, because that Green Ranger, when I saw the Green Ranger like in 1993,
the first time I saw the Green Ranger, I was like, "You got to be kidding me! This is the coolest thing I've ever seen."
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's the same as the others, except he's got a gold shield on his chest that's like a triangle,
and he's got that flute.
Oh, the flute. That's a synthesizer that sounds like a It's also a dagger and all this stuff. Yeah. So, remember when we used
copyright
to edit,
strike? Got him, boys.
Remember we used to edit the really bad stuff we'd say with that.
No, if we said something bad, we went, boo, 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 boo. That was like the funniest thing ever.
So, speaking of things that aren't funny, this Shredder's not. He looks like he
looks
all
right. Let me spin that wheel. Let me see it better. Do you have a better like an action shot of him?
I have one of
him.
You
get him out of his plastic prison.
Okay, let's there you go. He's free.
That's a good look.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting. That's almost Donnie Green.
You're right.
In that
almost.
lighting.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. It's got a little less blue than he has normally, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it. You want to talk about a miniature a figure where panel lining would work? Whoa.
Oh yeah.
He's got all this room for it.
He does.
It's gonna look so good.
Yeah.
I like the metallic app. Definitely more metallic. I wanted to compliment this. I do like the metallic color.
Oh yeah.
Often it's a little more metallic and plays a little more metallic than I've seen a lot of like. It's gray, so it's steel.
Right.
And I look. I am far from the figure expert. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, yeah, well, that's just how it is, and that's the style and whatever. But like doing the miniature stuff, like I just paint true metallic metal, so it's actually metal flakes and it looks like metal. So the more closer to vac metal you get for me in the plastic material, the happier I am. And with the paint app, and here the reflectivity looks good.
Yeah.
And you see an excellent example of that on his shoulder pads. Because there is no wash yet. The sculpting and the reflectivity of the gold paint app makes that look like it has panel lining, and that is what we're talking about. I love the tattered cape as well, and the cape detail is actually the sculpt on the inside is really nice.
I think that's soft goods, dude. That's soft goods, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that looks like because I see a sew line. So,
okay, yeah, wow, they're good eyes. I love the tatters on it. I'm a big fan of that. Looking into this, I'm a big fan. I really like this figure.
I agree. I'm in for this one. If I had to get any of them, I would definitely just get this Shredder. It seems
he's an easy one-off. He's good.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be a solo packed figure, or a single pack figure. He's doesn't come with anybody else. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this, and it just like. I don't know. Like I love this design. It's like two of my favorite designs. Like so, comic book Shredder, especially like it's loosely inspired by because I can't remember if Boom is taking it directly from IDW, but nevertheless that same vibe that IDW has for Shredder, as well as the Green Ranger, like two of my favorite designs in all of like fiction, and like combined in a really good way, yeah, I'm here for that all day. And so yeah, I am super into that. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get all of these. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, I should say I already got them pre-ordered. So yeah, but even if I saw them in stores, there's a chance I might buy 2 and be like, hey Ryan, you know, I might need you to help me with this this you know, glow up that these need. But
we can run that glow up. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm curious though if these do really well. There was people talking about that because a lot of people didn't know that this was based on anything, that they just thought it was like a gimmick. So people were saying like, well, who's going to be the White Ranger? Would it be Casey or whatever, or Splinter? And again, like we said, we haven't read it yet, so we don't know. But yeah, I would be interested to see the White Rangers take, but I would imagine it would need to be something that, because the White Ranger, for those unfamiliar, has a similar shield, like chest armor plate.
Yeah.
And that is cool. And I could see if they could maybe make Shredder that again, like where he gets another glow up, like where similar to how, you know, Tommy did with the green and white. That would be neat.
Bit of a devil Shredder, maybe.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a Dark Devil Shredder. Yeah, that'd be sick.
And then, I didn't say anything about Dark Devil.
Oh, sorry, I took it there.
I just said Devil Shredder. Okay, but, like, I wasn't going to Dark Devil Shredder. We're not there. We're not ready for that yet.
We're not ready for that yet, quite yet. But like the other thing is that obviously the big thing with Power Rangers is that they have their Zords, and so people have been saying that might be really cool if they, you know. And we agree, or at least I do, that because I think in the comic they merged the Megazord with the with Metalhead, and that it's like a combination of that. And that's pretty sick. So I'm kind of here for that too. Sick. And now I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably going to buy the 2-packs and then get rid of Tommy, the Foot Soldier Tommy. So if you're looking to army build, I might say wait until they hit eBay, and then people are going to be getting rid of Tommy. And that's going to be a good thing. And I got to give props to Hasbro again, because like the Pink Ranger was one of the harder ones to find. And this is another good example of them giving fans another opportunity to get something. Yeah,
filling it back in.
Exactly.
That's not bad.
And so, I'm all around like over the moon with this stuff. So yeah, this is like really, I don't know. This has gotten me through the week pretty much. Like I've been so excited about this stuff. So again, these are coming out
through the week.
So this is these are coming out in April of next year. So we got about a year to wait, and a little less now. So you can look forward to those, and then they're up for pre-order now. I got mine on BigBadToyStore.com, and I think they're pretty much anywhere else that you could buy toys online. So there you go. So